Welcome to Chanthaburi, Thailand, a province in the eastern Gulf of Thailand with a population of 560,000 residents. The province is called the Hidden Gem. It's famous for its deep history in the colored gemstone industry. Here in Chanthaburi, many residents spend their lives cutting, mining, treating, and selling colored gemstones sourced from around the world. And today, we're coming to the gemstone market in search of rough gemstone dealers. If you're new to my channel, my name is Joe. I make travel videos and videos on the gemstone industry here in Thailand and around the world. So like and subscribe, please share the videos, and let me know what you think in the comments section.
1,500.
How many carat?
Above 8 karat.
So the first guy that we approached on the corner of this intersection pulled out a rough sapphire. He says it's about 8 carats unheated blue sapphire. As you can see, the color is quite dark. I'm not a gem cutter, but to me this looks like it would make some pretty dark sapphire. We always come to the gem markets on Saturdays because it's the busiest day. This is what the market is like early, midday, 2025, early in November. Our video today is on lapidary supplies and rough gemstones specifically. Enjoy the video. First, we're going to take a look at a gemstone supply store that sells all the supplies for cutting and viewing gemstones. Here is a case containing all flashlights or torches that gemstone buyers and sellers use to assess the quality of the gems. You can see there's a huge variety of different gem lights and lamps in this store. Of course, we have different types of calipers and jeweler's loupes, even magnifying glasses, so it's up to you what tool you use to assess the quality of your gemstones. Here are the high-quality gem lights and the crucibles for heating gems. They even have full-size lathes for sale in this store, and different kinds of grinding wheels and discs that are for sale here. Cups and different types of chemicals that are used for doping or attaching gemstones to sticks before cutting. And of course, protective gear for handling gemstones while you're cutting. Here is a nice new vertical wheel grinder for sale. Okay, enough of the gemstone cutting supplies. Let's go see some rough gems from several different dealers. I'm sitting in the business place of my friend So, who's showing me a lot of Moonstone right now that has a very nice adulorescence or sheen to it, that bluish sheen that you see that's catching the light. The transparency looks pretty good to me. The rough seems free of cracks. So I think that this could become some pretty nice cabochon gemstones or faceted gems. As he mentioned, this is sold by the kilogram. Now this other pile is also Moonstone, but the adulorescence effect is not present in this, and this quality seems to be a little bit more cracked. So I'm not sure. Again, I'm not a cutter of gems, but to me, the second batch seems to be much lower quality than the first batch. Both batches are from Madagascar. The second batch is about half of the price of the first, by the way. Right now I'm asking So about when people purchase, can they do it by selection? He says, no, this rough pricing is done per kilogram. It's not by selection, but he could negotiate depending on what the buyer wants. All right, so my gem dealer friend here is pulling out some really high quality garnet for us to take a look at. You can see this gemstone is very clean, very high quality garnet. Transparency is great. My daughter here is 2 years old and she's really interested in rocks and she wants to touch all these. The funny thing is like whether it's a rock from the yard or like a 20,000 baht gem, she has no idea what the difference is. You can see this garnet is really beautiful. The clarity is very good. There are no inclusions, no cracks. It's just really high quality garnet. I'm asking So right now what the price is of this quality garnet, and it sells per carat at 1,000 baht per carat. So it's pretty good, assuming you wanted a nice size piece of garnet. This could be probably a decent size looking gem in the end. So we're in the shop here of So in Muang, Chanthaburi, looking at rough gems today. And he's shown us so far a lot of Moonstone and a small lot of garnet here. And these rough gemstones are faceted and then used in jewelry. So a gemstone cutter's job is to take these rough gems and to turn them into something that will eventually be set into gemstone jewelry. Okay, so this big bucket is full of Tsavorite garnet, and this Tsavorite in this particular bucket is so fine that it almost feels like a sand. It's almost like a super vivid green sand. You can see So's store has all different buckets of all different kinds of gem types located around the shop. Here, this section is filled with ruby, some tanzanite, just all different kinds of rough gemstones from around the world. This tanzanite is selling at $1 per gram. And this ruby was interesting because you see it's like it almost appears to be kind of wet. And I can feel it's a little bit slick on my hands. And he said that that's like glass-filled ruby. As you can see, there are just buckets from all different locations from around Africa. So we're just here weighing this original lot of garnet, and it came out to 18 grams. So that's 5 carats per gram, making this 90 carats worth of garnet. And at 1,000 baht per carat, that would be 90,000 baht. That's starting price. You can talk business if you want to negotiate prices here with my friend So. That bag has 12 total pieces of garnet inside. So also has a large variety of specimens and tumbled stones for people that are interested in collecting different varieties of rocks. It's like some lapidarite here, malachite. I think the green in the back there is demontoid garnet. You have different ruby and amethyst. Here are amethyst crystals and a different kind of crystal collection that he has here in this case. Anyway, it was a real pleasure kind of poking around So's collection and getting to know him a little bit today. I'm very grateful that he allowed us into his store, and we're going to see some more dealers right now. All right, we've traveled to the other side of town next to the Gems and Jewelry Center, and we're going to check out some more vendors. So this area of Chanthaburi is known as Little Africa, and we're with some African gem dealers. They're showing us some spessartite garnet. There's 5 small pieces in this collection, and it looks pretty good. Okay, now we're looking at Tourmaline from Congo. This variety of Tourmaline is called watermelon because of the red to green color changing effect. And you can see these are just the natural crystals. And yeah, I mean, you can kind of get a look here at the color and the transparency of this variety of tourmaline. There's an angle where you can see the clarity of this crystal a little bit better. Okay, now we're looking at another piece of tourmaline from a different batch, and this one is just like a purple and reddish color to it, with even some transparent areas, and almost black too. And yet another batch of tourmaline. This one actually happens to be really nice and kind of almost suitable for doing slices. Again, I'm not a gemstone cutter, but this to me looks like something that might even be sliced rather than made into like a faceted gemstone. These dealers were telling me that the tourmaline of this color, if somebody really knows what they're doing with heat treatments, that there's a potential to heat this into a really desirable color. I also don't know too much about gemstone heat treatments, just a little bit, and I'll be making a video on gemstone heat treatments soon. But yeah, you can see that this gem is weighing in at 25 grams. So it's essentially 125 carats right there of tourmaline. So on this street in this area called Little Africa, gem dealers are just standing all over the streets, and as you can see, they have their motorbikes filled with rough gemstones. It's really wild. And this is selling for $10 per gram of this ruby. It's opaque ruby. I do see a lot of rubies that are this color that are cut here in the market, and I'm sure that they're selling somewhere on Earth.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like the color is quite nice.
Yeah, the color is okay.
Yeah.
You're excellent in it. Is it okay?
Where is this from?
This is from Tanzania.
Tanzania. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Interesting. Thank you for sharing.
Okay.
And of the gems that you have here, they're all Tanzania?
No, this is from Mozambique.
Okay.
You want to check for the Mozambique?
Yeah, how would you say the quality compares? So the seller is now showing me this Mozambique ruby. He says is a little bit higher quality. It sells at per kilo price for 7,000 baht per kilo, or per carat price at 50 baht per carat. You can see some of them here have a really nice deep ruby red color, but they're just all different sizes, depths. It's really a mixed bag. All right, we're sitting with one more gentleman here. He goes by the name of Mr. Pom. He's just pulled out a whole bag of rough Chrysoberyl. This Chrysoberyl looks like it's pretty good sizes, like you could get some good sized gemstones out of it, faceted or cobbed. The clarity looks great. The color looks really nice to me. I think that this is some really high quality rough. Let's get it out of the bag and you can have a closer look at it. Here you can see the color even a little bit better. This is funny. People are coming up and asking him to like saw rocks off for them. Okay, so our friend here is showing us some Cobalt gemstone, and the one to the right is pre-shaped into a heart shape. The one that's sitting inside of the bag is diffusion treated, so it's actually had color added and enhanced. And that's one of the things that people in Thailand are really known to do best is gemstone treatments. He's going to show us some diffusion treated sapphire. That's also pretty awesome to see the result of that.
Diffusion.
These are diffusion treated sapphire.
Sapphire. Diffusion.
Wow.
Put color ใส่สีอันนี้เป็น heat แล้วก็
Yeah, so diffusion is when the gemstone is treated and actually heated with beryllium, and the beryllium atoms are infused deep into the sapphire crystal lattice, and this can dramatically change or improve the color of the gemstone. Beryllium treatments with blue gemstones can either lighten or darken the gem and improve the color. And with colors like yellow and orange, it can bring out really bright, vivid colors in the gemstones. He actually gave me 2 of these beryllium heated sapphires and the cobalt gemstone that was pre-shaped into a heart. What a generous guy. A really fun time. That's all for this video. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, subscribe, share, and feel free to check out some other videos on my channel. I'll put the links right up on the screen now.